Hello, everybody. This is Lisa with Living Life with Lisa, and I have been away for a while, so thought I'd better fill you in. And I actually had to get on my phone and see what happened in the last video, and so um, no wonder that everybody's wondering what's going on. I didn't realize it's been 2 weeks because there was a comment made to the last video which was about the tour of my backyard and um, the chicken coop and the stuff going on around here. And so, um, excuse me just a second. And so, anyway, I did not like the way that the comment was worded. The comment was from somebody I'd never heard of before. I deleted the comment and did a rant on my Living Life with Lisa page on Facebook because I had to rant to somebody, and that was that's my group. And so I went over there to rant, and I told a lot of things on there that I can't say on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook and you want to know what was happening, that is the thing to go to and see part one, because here's part two. And so if you saw that, this is basically what's gone on since, because I wasn't going to post my rant on YouTube. I might, I might yet. I my worry was that I name names, but and got kind of particular, kind of got um, a little more open than I should have been. So I don't know that I will. But if you ask to join on Facebook, Living Life with Lisa, then you can see that video for yourself. I'm doing this video on Zoom because Zoom actually uploads to YouTube really fast. And so I don't have to wait forever for it to get up there. This is a channel for anybody that's first time. This is a channel about living life with chronic illness. I have several. Um, the main one I talk about the most is early onset dementia, and there has been some changes in that department. We'll go over. But I have a gene mutation, MTHFR, kidney disease, and back spinal problem, um, asthma, and I know I'm forgetting something really important, but I don't remember right now what it is. But and sometimes we just talk about my life because this is called Living Life with Lisa, and it's called Living Life with Lisa because this is about my life. And it just so happens that I have those things. I am not those things. I'm Lisa. Um, those things are just labels. And right now, I'm kind of fed up with labels. so, so, sort of. But this hair, why don't you look this hair? Look back at those old videos. I don't know where this hair's coming from. I honestly don't. I am not curling it. I do not have a perm. I have done nothing. I woke up one day with curly hair. I had the straight, wavy hair that was parted and was darker colored, and it went like this and kind of still feathered back like the 1980s or 90s. But then I got this. I don't know. And I was looking at one of my videos that I made, and I thought that's my mother. It looks like my mother. And I'm wondering if her hair didn't do the same thing because this looks like her hair. And I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this happening before, but maybe she didn't do anything to it. Maybe that was just her hair. And I have gotten to the age where mine has changed because I get white's gray. I've earned those gray hairs, each one of them. What I don't get is why is it curly and frizzy all of a sudden? Because it's never been that way. I mean, it had curls, in the bottom, but I never, like back here, it had a few curls, but nothing like this. And so it's just kind of crazy. At one time, off the path, because that's what we do when we have dementia. You just have to stay with us and ride the path. Um, One time, I was looking through my selfies on my phone, and when the kids were little, I'd taken them up to McDonald's to see Ronald McDonald, and so I took a picture of Ronald McDonald and two of the boys. And when I was going through my selfies, that picture of Ronald McDonald with the two boys um, was in my selfies. I'm afraid I might be a clown, but I am not Ronald McDonald, and I didn't even have this hair. And we're going to pause for just a moment because I got dogs having some issues right now. If I can figure out how to pause, I don't want to do that. I don't want to stop you. I don't know. You may just have to live with it. I don't know what the. Oh, there's a pause. We're going to pause. We'll be right back. And I am back. I had a little dog out there that wanted to be in here with the rest of us. And that is Strider. Hey, Strider. See Strider? I'll move the camera so you can see Strider. There's Strider. Yeah. And we got Star over here on the floor. Star's not feeling well today. She has seizures, and I don't know that she had a seizure. I don't know that she had one, but she woke up blind this morning. And when she has a seizure, she typically goes blind. So she's been nervous today and having issues today. All I did was pause the video and go get the dog. I don't know why everything's weird now. So welcome to my world. Anyway, I have no way of knowing how long I've been on. And so the last video I did was just about what was going on, and it was supposed to be a lighthearted, fun video. And the one comment, I got many comments, but only one of them sent me up on the roof. But I noticed a lot of people were talking about that I was tired, and I was. This is another night one. The problem with the day ones is I have one child that is a full-time job in himself. And right now he is in a behavioral health hospital. And so I'm having a chance to get back on here. And I don't know, it's worse than, it's awful. It's just awful what is going on. And so I just couldn't make a video. By the time I could get everybody settled down and I could turn off, I was so exhausted that my head hit the pillow and I was done. And the last thing I wanted to do was get on and make a video. And I think if you go on there or if I upload the rant, this will make a whole lot more sense. But as far as the dementia goes, let's talk about that a little bit. I have been having problems with hallucinations. I think I talked about that at the end of the last one. I have not had any more that I'm aware of right now. Haven't been caught in, well, that's not true. My therapist calls it lost. I didn't feel like I was lost. We have the main road to Plymouth is closed, and I went the back roads, and car broke down, and so we had to get that towed. I had to get that towed off, and then my oldest came and got me and um, brought me home. And then I got the keys for another car, and my dad's old car, and doesn't have air conditioning or anything in there, and it was awful. And so I went back the same way, the same roads. I had to go run to the bank and come right back home because um, I had to meet the people at the pond. And so I left, and I thought that it was like 12:01. And so I'm driving, and I'm driving, and I'm going around these curves and things that I don't remember ever going around before, and could not figure out what was going on. And then I passed the intersection, Fifth and Pine, that was supposed to be the intersection. This is the intersection I broke out down on, the intersection that is right here by my house. And I thought, where have I? How did I get here? That I'm just now, where am I at? Or where did I get on it? So then I looked at the clock, and it was 12:45, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've lost time. It's been 45 minutes on this road, and I should be done and back by now. And so I'm starting to think, alien abduction. I didn't know what was going on. And you could have convinced me that the world was a cube ball at that point. So I went into town, went to the bank, got what I needed, and started back, and was going to time myself. Well, as I came up on Pine and Fifth, it turned out it was Pine and 5C, which is not the same road as Fifth and Pine. And so I kept driving, and of course I went around curves and curves and curves, and then I came to Pine and Fifth Road. So I turned towards my house, and boom, 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 I was home. So it was just that I'd forgotten about the 5C, wasn't clear on it, and so I looked at the text and at text messages, and at 11:59 a.m. The oldest son had texted me and said, I'm on my way. This is when my car broke down. So there's no way I left this house at 12:01. So I didn't lose time, but I was so confused and so distraught at that point. Um, so between the hallucinations, and I've had a um, couple of things like that where, I swore it was one thing and then another. I've started to put things in weird places. Um, I, well, let me say I'm putting them I'm removing them where they're supposed to be and putting them somewhere. And we're not finding stuff. We're losing stuff. And a couple of things that was real important, I took pictures of, but apparently I didn't take pictures of everything. It's kind of like, um, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, there's a part of me that does things that doesn't let the rest of me know where it's at, if that makes any sense. Because there's a picture over here, an antique picture, not picture, that I had kept two important keys in, and there are no keys in it now. Don't know. I had lost Social Security cards, and all I remembered is saying, I'm going to put them here until I can get the safe open. And my caregiver remembered that part. And luckily today, with her help, I found that. Um, then my son helped me find the key to the safe, and I lost it already. I don't even know where it's at. So, but it's just getting harder. It is getting harder. everybody's worried because I haven't been on. I'm gonna tell you the number one reason I have not been on is family issues. Um, I have 3 children. Um, One is zapping all of the energy I have for everything else. Um, and he didn't care. He didn't care about anybody but himself, but anyway, he doesn't, he's alienated 2 brothers, and um, I'm hanging on for dear life. Um, and I don't know. Uh, the problem is where he should be, he can't go because of the stupid virus. This damn virus is keeping him from where he needs to be and helping this family stay intact because, um, my Lord, honestly, I cannot live like this anymore. And I'm using tough love because I'd rather the trouble be now when they're 14, 15 years old than uh, grown up. But it also causes a problem when it's a juvenile because it takes a lot more. And but they can't put him in any kind of juvie because of the COVID. And so we fall through the cracks. And it may just come down to the fact that as long as he's here, the only 2 people that should be living here is me and him. And the other 2 go stay with other people for a while because um, they don't deserve it. And I just think that maybe that's where we have to go. That just occurred to me because if he can't be locked up when he's supposed to be, then maybe we'll just have to isolate him here. Don't want to do that, but I'd lose my mind. So anyway, I guess that's all there is. I'm supposed to be going back to physical therapy, but they never called, so I'm guessing they're closed for the quarantine. Our numbers in Indiana right now, before, well, the correct agency's doing them, agency that was made for pandemics and whatnot. Um, they're still doing the numbers, and right now, Indiana is even to where we were at the peak. And our county just issued today 100% mask at everywhere, and I don't have a problem with that at all. I am not an anti-max mask person. I am, however, worried about this so-called change shortage. How does the virus make the change be in short supply? That doesn't make any sense at all. And why don't they round down the dollar? If my bill is $7.21, I want to give you 7. I don't want you to, and um, I want to give you 7 because why should you get 79 cents of mine that I didn't buy anything with? Why do you get to steal my money but I can't steal yours? So, it's just crazy making. And so I'm worried about this country. I'm worried about my kids and my family. I'm worried about the fact that school's starting, and I just think it's going to be a nightmare. Um, I but there's other times, and mostly with the kid. I tell you, I just throw my hands up and say, I don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. And yes, there's depression. My medicine's been up. Apparently, you guys are the ones that I talk my heart out, because I don't sit around and cry at home. As a general rule, I wasn't crying before I started. Um, but I hope this eases some people's minds that I haven't gone off the deep end just yet. It's just little things. Um, I think a lot of it is stress. The fact that my hair's thinner is stress. The fact that it's curly, I don't think has anything to do with stress. Um, but I'm just feeling like there's so much that needs to be done, and I don't have the power to do it. And the powers that I need to help me to get this done um, can't help me at this point. And so we just keep praying and hoping for the best, and that everything will turn out all right. And so I will try to get on. I will. I I might. I'm not gonna watch the rent video again. Um, it was hard enough to live through it, let alone um, watch it to make sure it's okay for YouTube. But I don't know. If not, I'm serious. I accept anybody that's on Facebook that goes to Living Life with Lisa. It's a private group. And so um, that might be the way you need to see it, because that was just a little bit too personal for um, YouTube. And I just wanted to check in with people. I am so sorry to make y'all worry. It certainly was not my intent. Um, but I tell you, every night it get, later and later before I could get in here, and I was just exhausted. And by that time, I couldn't do anymore. And um, but a lot of you were seeing that. Love you're picking up on that, and I appreciate it. And I do like that you point out things that I do, like inserting wrong words and giving me that feedback. That's very helpful, because sometimes I don't know that I'm doing that, and sometimes I do, and a lot of times I don't. Um, Also, you're picking up on my being exhausted. I'm phys- not so much physically, but emotionally exhausted. I'm probably physically exhausted too. I went right to sleep last night, and then did not even want to get out of bed this morning. Um, but I did, and it was okay. And so just keep us in your prayers, and remember, do your best to live life to the fullest and live life with no regrets. Bye bye.